Welcome to Not All Business, a podcast by two former CEOs who went from competitors to friends. I'm Blakely Graham, and my co-host is Heather Cooper. And we're joined by our producer, Clay Cornell, who's taking on a special role as referee and timekeeper today because it's Casual Friday, and you know what that means. Clay takes over the mic and is putting Heather and I in the hot seat. Today, we're taking on your sticky situations at work. The stickier, the better.
Okay, here we are. I got my Casual Friday stuff on. I got my cat.
Get a little hoodie.
It's not a hoodie,
Nice.
it's a sweatshirt, but I got a cat.
Cat eyes.
I got a cat sweatshirt on.
Terrifying.
You know, I was told
I actually
this was.
wore my Mr. Rogers sweater today, but it's so hot in here I had to take it off.
I was told that this was a Casual Friday episode ahead of time.
Yeah.
We decided that.
Yeah.
And both of you look like you're ready. This is not Casual Friday. Am I just Casual Friday at home?
Yes.
And you're Casual Friday at the
Yes.
office? Okay.
That's right.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Exactly right.
Okay. Well,
Yeah,
I feel like
well-
that's a sticky situation coming up. Okay. You have officially designated me as the timekeeper referee for this episode because we're going to get into many different sticky situations, but we need to clearly define for our listeners, for our viewers, what is a sticky situation? So what I'd like to hear from the two of you is, what do you think a sticky situation is? What is it? What are the boundaries? What are you hoping to get into? Let's define it. What's a sticky situation? I'm speaking in my referee voice. Go now.
Well, I don't know that we've ever put on paper clearly a definition of a sticky situation. So little off guard here, Clay. However, when I think of sticky situations, I think of them as just uncomfortable moments you had at work. Maybe you're not sure why. Maybe you're not sure who to talk to about them. Maybe they're really close to being HR violations, or you have no mentors to tell you what to do. I think the best way to think about a sticky situation is like some example sticky situations. Like Heather, you and I have talked about, like, what do you have to do when you have to fire your best friend at work? Like that is a sticky situation. Or what happens if you get propositioned to? Or what happens if you get mansplained over and over again in the board seat or the boardroom? So I think sometimes examples are the best way. Yeah.
I think so. I think, like, for me personally, when I feel my heart rate rising, when I start to feel angry and not necessarily knowing why, or anxious, and kind of that overcoming feeling where it's taking me out of my body, out of my logical mind, where it's like there's something else going on here. And making it sticky is really more like where you're not really sure how to navigate it, because there's going to be this potential professional, not retaliation, that's too strong of a word, but just like pushback or uncertainty of how sharing how you're actually feeling could impact. And so where can we find answers to those outside of the immediate moment? And that's why we're here.
That was brilliant. Textbook answer. Very clear.
Same, sister.
It feels like maybe part of it too is, I mean, as I've been reading through what we're going to get into today, like all of the different sticky situations, they're really centered around not what other people's responsibilities are, but what my responsibility is in this moment now that I'm here. And, but
Yes.
we're not operating in a vacuum, right? Like things are changing. So we might have a different answer 6 months from now, a year from now, based on how things go. So this is a really timely episode based on your experience, based on your wisdom. These questions are really people in a tough spot, like between a rock and a hard place.
Oh boy.
And-
okay. So now it's like, are we going to, okay. So we need a disclaimer on this episode.
Yes, I was just about to say, we are not advice givers. Like we can give you what we've experienced,
From our
right?
experience,
Let's be
but
very
or what
clear.
maybe we would do in that situation, and then kind of take it or leave it.
Yeah.
Right. So
Yeah. Until
I'm so
Heather's
excited.
lawyer hat comes on, because she is a lawyer. So there are certain situations we're just going to give them straight to her.
We'll see. Well, it'll have to be lawyer glasses, because lawyers don't have specific hats, but I will put on my lawyer glasses.
But but they have to hang low. They got to be down here.
I can't have them looking normal. I have
Like
to, put 'em down
librarian
here.
glasses?
Yes. Totally.
Okay. I love it.
But what I was going to say is these are real situations. These aren't just like, here's what you should do, say this, and then do this. Like, that is not what we're getting into. No. We are getting into stuff that is real, that is happening, that's uncomfortable, strange. And there's going to be, I think, some moments where it's like, you got to make a call here. But we can kind of help you describe maybe what's going on and what your options are, but you got to make the call. So we want to help our listeners, viewers, put them in the best position possible to get out of the sticky situation.
Yep.
Here we go.
I'm excited.
Pressure. I'm actually really nervous.
I'm really nervous too. Okay, because I have not seen these. Okay, so So what are the rules? Because I'm working not against. Did you see how that just flew right off my tongue? Against Blakely? No, I'm working with Blakely.
Thank you.
Are you on the same team? Is this a game?
We're very competitive. I feel like it's about to be like a game show. Team, unfortunately. Okay.
Yeah, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to go through these.
Okay.
And I will basically read off what the sticky situation is, what someone has written here. And then what we'll do is both of you will have a chance to answer. And then if I feel like we've got it, we're good enough, let's move on to the next one. I'm going to, or this isn't going anywhere, you're doing a terrible job, we need to move on. I'm going to hit
We need to
buzzer.
cut that one. Yeah.
I'm going to hit a buzzer.
Okay. I miss having a guest. This is not what I want Casual Fridays to be like.
Really?
This is not casual.
Feeling hotter by the second.
Uncasual Friday.
Okay, so but we are competing. Is there a winner? We're working together to answer these questions.
What's the prize?
It's not who did it best. It's more like let's work together to give the best answer. Right?
Yes.
Okay. Good. That's what I feel like it should be.
I feel like you should give a performance review of the other person at the end.
Fuck
Done.
Performance reviews. I will just say that's going to be my number one piece of advice in here. Do not do annual performance reviews or bullocks.
Okay, well, can you do episodic performance reviews? Because this is a podcast.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, then that's exactly what we're going to do. Okay, should we just get into it?
Yes. Let's get into it. I'm excited. I want to cover as many as we possibly can.
No banter today. Let's go. Hi, everyone. Blakely here. This episode of Not All Business is brought to you by yours truly, where strategist Cindy Fergard helps growth-minded leaders navigate pivotal moments with confidence. I worked with Cindy when I was CEO of TaskRay, and she's what I call a CEO whisperer. She helped us execute a complete brand pivot, boosted me up as a leader, and set us up to hit aggressive growth targets that led to our successful exit. Whether you've hit a growth plateau or you're evolving your company, maybe you're at a career crossroads, yours truly provides the strategic guidance you need, because what got you here won't always get you where you want to go. So sometimes you need a Cindy to help push you forward. Visit itsyourstruly.com and mention Not All Business for a complimentary strategy consultation. Okay, back to the show.
Okay, here we go. Let's begin. Sticky situation.
Okay.
What do I do if I get blamed for a coworker's mistake? Oof. What is the line between taking one for the team and standing up for myself?
Oh, well,
good one.
I'm going first.
Okay.
Look at me go. You like, rip off the Band-Aid. You go first.
Yeah.
Taking one for the team is a voluntary decision. So you own that decision, right? And if you are feeling uncomfortable speaking up, to me, that's not the reason to take one for the team, right? In that situation, you need to set the record straight if you're uncomfortable, right? If you're uncomfortable speaking up. You get the facts. You keep your emotions out of it. You talk to the person who got it incorrect. You state the facts. You don't get emotive, and you move on. It's as simple as that. Now, if you want to take one for the team because it's just not worth it, it's just not a big deal, or you are the boss and, sometimes you do take one for the team, that is okay. But if you're doing it because you were nervous to speak up, I think that's time to correct it with facts, not emotions, clear the air.
That's Heather? So good.
My opinion.
Yeah, I agree with all of that. And yeah, my first initial question was depends on who who the coworker is, right? Like if the coworker is on your team and you're a manager and ultimately like it would fall on you anyway, like taking that and then returning back to the person on your team and saying, hey, let's correct this next time. I took it, but like I want to make sure to set things straight. If it's the other way around, if it's someone where maybe this has happened time and time again, I think I agree with you 100%, Blakely. I think you have to, your professional reputation is something that precedes you, especially as you move forward in your career and from team to team, and you want to be as in control of that message as possible. So
Absolutely.
I agree.
Set the record straight.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Okay, next
Let's
one.
move on to the next one.
Love it.
We're in the, okay, are you feeling a little warmed up? You feel like
Yes,
you're a
I'm
little
excited.
loose?
Okay. Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
Okay, let's turn the heat up. All right, here comes another one. I had a huge presentation to give that I spent weeks working on for our annual customer conference. A couple of days before the conference, I was told my coworker was a better presenter, so they asked him to deliver my slides instead.
Ugh.
Yeah.
That sucks.
In the moment, I acted like it was no problem, but it has been driving me crazy ever since and affecting my morale. How do I deal with the issue without looking petty? Ooh.
Petty.
Who wants to go first?
Why did you say petty?
I don't think this is a petty issue at all. And here, I might not answer this question exactly to the person. I want to like talk to the boss right now because here's the situation that I heard in that, and it pisses me off. So I feel really bad for whoever wrote this. That boss that asked you to prepare that presentation weeks, a month ago, they know exactly how good you are or you aren't at creating presentations and delivering presentations. So they already knew at that point that Jack or Joe Schmo or whomever's got the charisma on stage is like a better presenter. So I don't feel like that was a good last minute decision. What that boss should have done is giving you that presentation if they wanted to, and knowing that you're going to create a valuable piece of work, help you by getting you a coach. There's so many presentation mentors. Like they could hire a session and just help your presence on stage. And so what I'm hearing is that boss valued your work, but did not value you. And that is shitty. And I'm pissed for you.
Yep.
There.
I agree. And I think the mere fact that the question was posed in a very humble way, this person is still concerned about how they are being viewed. So like, how do I bring this up without seeming petty? So girlfriend, boyfriend, whoever you are, I would say take the focus. You are just fine. You are just fine the way you are. You keep showing up. You keep doing the work. If there's a question, it is, what can I do next time better to present my own slides or be a better use of my time to work on something that I can learn from instead of just being cast aside at the very last minute. I think you nailed it on the head, Blakely, where it's like, this is coming in at the last minute right before. I mean, imagine if this person isn't, exposed to public speaking a lot. Imagine the anxiety leading up to that conference. Like, they were probably rehearsing at home. Who knows? Like they're carrying on this thing. It's like, let's be upfront about it. Do better, bosses, with how you're communicating to your team and expectations.
Okay, good. Done. Next. I was promoted last year and am now in the position of conducting the annual reviews of my friends. One of them is scoring below expectations, and I'm afraid once I submit it, she might get fired. Do I rate her honestly, or do I work with her on the side to help her get better and hope for the best? I know she has potential.
Okay, Blakely, you don't get to just jump in here.
I don't like on the side.
I don't like on the side either, but I know Blakely's like, just don't do the reviews. Because she just hates them.
No. I do hate them.
I know. It is super complicated. I would say for this one, you're going to get in trouble anytime you're not truthful with a review. And I've run into this so many times where it's like a manager has rated because they felt bad for the person and they gave them 5 stars. But reality, the performance was very below expectations, it makes it complicated later when you do need to make a separation, or there is that time. It's like, well, then they've got these 5-star reviews because they weren't being honest because they felt bad in the moment. So I think for both parties, employer and employee, it's really important, as difficult as it may be during the review cycle, to be as honest as possible. So I would say I hear you that it's tough, but it's also about delivery and setting up expectations and goals and metrics for success. So if it were me, I would rate honestly, but then I would also add a plan along with a write-up saying, I do believe this person has potential, and kind of make your case to keep them, and then offer another review in 3 months just to kind of track that progress to make sure that it's trending in the right direction, so that your friend feels like you have his or her back while also maintaining, because your boss is looking at you to see, can you handle management? And you have to be able to make these, difficult calls and have difficult conversations. So I think you have to be thinking of yourself in that way too. But there's a way to deliver it with a plan that could potentially help your friend as well.
Yeah, I essentially agree with everything Heather just said. And I think I heard that as an or question. Like, do I not do the review because
do I rate her honestly, or do I work with her on the side to help her get better and hope for the best?
I guess my only feedback on there is that never should have been an or question. That is definitely an and. Like, you do need to rate honestly, and you need to coach them. You need to do both. And so everything Heather said, I think, was dead on. I don't have anything more to add, with the exception of, and I'm not going to remember the phrase, but I had a coach once that said, lying and not telling someone the truth is actually a tremendous disservice to anyone, especially a good friend. And so that train the friend is on is that friend's train, like, you can't stop that. You could help coach and maybe do something differently, but it is a gift when you give someone the truth. It is an absolute gift. And so I try to think about that when the conversation is so awful, and it's awful. We're not going to take away the awfulness for you. It's awful, you guys. It's awful to have to deliver bad feedback, whether it's a friend or not. But just know that it can also be a gift. And they may not see it as a gift, but just know somewhere in their career, they might look back on it as a gift.
An acronym came to mind, PIP. Performance
Improvement Plan. Yeah.
Worst thing ever, along with annual reviews. By the way, I like reviews and feedback. I just like them all the time. I don't like them once a year. I just think they're bullshit.
This reaction comes from, it feels like two people who have been on a performance improvement plan. Okay, next.
I have never been on a PIP.
I was on a work trip with my manager and found out after the fact that she charged all of our social time, nightclub, and drinks. That was written down.
Really? Nightclub?
Nightclub and drinks.
No one calls it a nightclub.
Okay, fine. It was a discotheque. Right. On the company card, which is not allowed. So charged all our social time on the company card.
What is a nightclub?
I think it's
I've never been.
Oh, you got to get out more, girlfriend. You been to Vegas?
Yeah, but I don't go out in Vegas.
What do they call them now? Clubs?
I stay in my
I don't know.
hotel room.
This person called it a nightclub, so I feel like we need to honor that.
Nightclub? There's a bar. But okay, I get it.
Yeah,
spend some money at a bar. The club. The club.
We're going clubbing.
Lights.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we've got this person, on the edge of their seat here.
Oh, I love this person. It's fine.
Okay, so I'll start over. I was on a work trip with my manager and found out after the fact that she charged all our social time on the company card, which is not allowed, nightclub and drinks. Finance hasn't said anything yet. I'm assuming finance department hasn't said anything yet, but I know it's going to come up. Do I wait, or do I get ahead of it? Or do I try to stay out of it altogether?
Wait, no, that's...
Stay out of it. Stay out of it.
Sorry.
You disagree?
You've got to validate. No, I don't disagree. I just was about to abuse the author, and I'm really sorry for that, you guys. Yes, you absolutely stay... Well, because I was going to make fun of it. Why would you ever get involved? This is your manager. Your manager is doing this. Don't touch it with a 10-foot pole.
Absolutely. You're overthinking it.
No.
He or she, they're overthinking it. They're overthinking it. I know exactly what they're doing. They're playing out in their head, okay, she gets in trouble. The manager gets in trouble. They find out I was there too. They know I know the
I'm
same
complicit.
rules. I'm
They ask
complicit.
You.
I'm in trouble too. They ask me, do I say like, or am I like shifting the blame totally to her? Like,
Yeah.
am you know, kind of going 3 steps ahead. But again, not her expense account, not her. She didn't have the card. She didn't have the ultimate say. I would stay out of it.
You know, I got to tell you, one time I was like brand new account manager and we just like won this huge deal and we went out to celebrate, not at a club, but at a sushi restaurant. And my manager ordered a sushi boat and drinks and then another round of drinks, another round of drinks. And then he like got up and he said, "Oh, it's your account. You go ahead and like cover the bill, Blakely." And I'm like, okay.
What?
Like I would never have ordered any of this. It was
Right.
$1,000.
Oh,
And it was
my
on my
goodness.
personal credit card because I wasn't high enough in the chain to like have a corporate Amex or
Have your
anything.
card.
And I submitted my
gosh.
expense report. Oh my gosh. It's the only way I could like feed myself. I had to, like, it was $1,000 on my credit card and I submitted it and I got my ass reamed out. Like, they're like,
Oh,
this is
man.
ridiculous. It's against policy. It was awful. Like, I got chewed out like from my boss and my boss's boss. And I just like begged. I like was crying. I go, I got to have the money. Anyway, I've learned a couple of things since then. So here's the deal. Most companies have policies that whoever is the most senior in the room picks up the tab. So I never pick up the tab if there's someone more senior. And that is what happened in this scenario that this person wrote in. There was someone senior, they pick up the tab. It's just not your responsibility at this point. They can get their ass reamed out by their boss and their boss.
That's very graphic. I don't think we need to be that graphic to answer this question.
Okay, we can like,
But I mean, okay. Yeah.
and don't
Go
buy
ahead.
sushi boats. So expensive. Go to like the
But
wing
do go to
place.
nightclubs. Never stop going to nightclubs. Ever. But just, you don't need to expense it either. So yeah, it's an ethical issue.
What happens though when they ask?
When who
happens when
asked
they
what?
ask?
You just tell the truth.
What-
It wasn't your.
You tell the truth.
I guess maybe not do you lie or not? That wasn't my question. My question is how do you answer? So you could ask, did you know about this? How do you say yes? You just say yes.
Yep.
Whatever.
Do
And
you
be like, look, I was like 3 tequila shots in down talking to a whole other group of people. So
okay, I'm cutting you. No, that is
Alright,
where the
alright.
buzzer is for.
you could,
Wait, no,
Okay.
no. Actually, finish what were you saying?
no, that's it. That's good. It was just going to go downhill from there. Stick
Okay,
with
I'm
Blakely's
cutting you
advice.
off.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm trying to help. Trying to
Literally.
help our viewers. Trying to help them. Okay, next. I am
Okay.
livid that I was just denied a promotion that I was told I was going to get 6 months ago. The leadership team is claiming they do not have the funds to give me the promotion right now, but will start to assign me higher level projects to give me the experience. Those projects take more time
Thank you.
on top of my current workload. Do I
Yeah.
take on the extra work to show them I can do it, or say no and risk them promoting someone else when they have the budget?
This is just like when you go in for an interview and they're like, we're not sure if we're going to hire you. Could you go ahead and complete these 3 projects and we'll see? And you're like, no, like, are you kidding
Yeah.
me? Heather,
Test projects.
I'm going to defer this one to you. Makes me mad.
Yeah, I'm right there with you. But although I do appreciate the question, because if it sounds like this person at least has been on a journey, if they've thinking about being there in the next 6 months and they've proven themselves to at least be qualified for this quote promotion, I think this is very real because managers and leadership will have these good intentions. So I'm not even going to sit here and say, oh, they're just trying to scam you. They don't have good intentions. They might fully want to promote you, but the way the finances worked out last quarter or something didn't come in the way they hoped, they're not able to. So I think it's a fair question, but at the same time, you have to value your own time. 100%. And so the only way to do that is to require compensation that is commensurate with your contribution. And without that, you are going to feel resentful. You're going to feel upside down. You're going to be strung out. And at the end of the day, the only person you'll have is to blame is yourself. So you really need to present something, if you want to still have a chance at it, I would propose doing it in more of a, hey, I'm happy to take that on a per project basis. And is there an agreement that we can come to about what that per project would be, like over and above your typical workload? That's what I would do, but I wouldn't do it for free.
Bullshit on this. No, like this is like my HOA giving me another assessment because someone did not plan a safety net and a cushion. This is poor budgeting, poor planning. Promotions are thought out a year in advance. So whoever is running these companies, I hear this kind of example all the time, and this should not happen. We should never be promising someone 6 months before that we're going to have budget for a promotion unless we have planned budget for a promotion. It's bullshit. So if you're trying to get someone to do extra work because they're capable of doing it, and this person's obviously very capable, you're just being a cheap ass. You can find the money. You can find the money. I just think it's time for this person to honestly move on, because I don't think that culture is ever going to give this person their worth. They're going to just try to sneak stuff away. Except for I have a soft spot for bootstrap startups who run into this all the time.
Well, I was kind of calling on my own history with that. I think that's where, but I agree with you, because that's where I'm thinking like bootstrapped. It's like we think it's going to work out, and yes, we can see that, and you want to give people a career direction, and you want to say, hey, here's what we see for you down the pipe. Like you want that. But then if things don't work out the way you thought, sometimes you can't offer. So it depends on the size of company, depends how the finances are run. But ultimately, you have to decide what's your time worth and what are you willing to do, and what's the trust level that you have with these people now, because it would be pretty low at this point.
Yeah. I guess I would give this one practical piece of advice. If you want to stay and you trust these people, or if it's a small bootstrap company and you have a bleeding heart from like I do, go in and say, hey, give me the title, because I need the authority sometimes to act in that new role, right? To get the work done and get the relationships going. So give me the title, and let's put a date on the calendar, a meeting, 90 days, where we revisit the salary. And if the situation's still the same, then I'm not doing it, right? So I think there are some ways you can maybe step into it and give them the benefit of the doubt.
But it's conditional.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, I like the idea of the title, but just from an employment agreement standpoint. Let me put on my lawyer glasses.
Here we go.
Here we go. This is lawyer Heather coming out.
I was waiting.
They're up too high.
Plaintiff's lawyer.
Lower.
They're up too high. Lower.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Yes, that's the point. Let's hear it.
Okay. Plaintiff's lawyer, at this point, you want to be very clear about your compensation so that you don't get in a position where you have a title that is overcompensating the actual, you could get yourself locked basically in the pay rate. And so you want to be careful with that. So if you were going to go for the title, no, I'm just saying, if you're going to get the title, then you need to at least get a contract for the salary increase in X amount of days, and you're willing to start ahead of time, but they're promising you that increase in 90 days.
Okay. Compromise.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm talking a lot. I have to reapply my chapstick.
I love you talking a lot. You have good advice.
Whew.
Okay, so the advice is get money, get paid.
Yep.
Okay, next.
Value your time. Yep.
All right, next sticky situation. And we're not even halfway through, so let's go.
Okay.
We got to keep it moving.
All right. We'll keep going faster.
Sorry.
Got it.
Short.
My company is doing a company retreat in the mountains. That sounds cool. But we are not allowed to bring partners. I have been getting borderline flirtatious messages from my manager, and I'm worried he is going to try to escalate that behavior on the trip. This trip immediately sucks. Mountains or not. My husband says I should tell my boss and ask not to go, but I'm afraid I'll miss out on important networking opportunities if I stay home. How can I communicate my concerns without creating a full-blown HR incident?
Ooh.
I feel like we touched on this during the Dreamforce episode in a few different ways.
What, to stay home from the party?
No, well, yeah, just this flirtatious thing. And it sounds like it's vague, right? Like, is it explicit? Is it real? It doesn't sound to me like they're fearing for their safety. Like, if you fear for your safety, you go to HR. Like, skip the boss. You just go straight to HR. Like, that's done.
Yep.
If you're really unsure, like if you're not sure if like this is their personality or they're coming on to me, what I might recommend here, and I'm not an HR lawyer, but we have one in the house, so we'll get to her in a minute, but I would document all the little flirtatious comments leading up to the retreat, get everything on paper with the dates. But I don't want you to put yourself in an unsafe situation because that sucks. So I don't know. Lawyer, what do you say?
Yeah, I agree. Well, this isn't really lawyer yet. So
a crime has not been committed. We're trying to prevent a crime.
Yes. God bless your husband for wanting to protect you and not, just have you avoid the situation completely.
Yeah, shout out to the
Problem with
husband.
that is, I mean, love him for that. The problem with that is networking does happen there. Friendships do happen. Alliances happen. We've all watched Survivor. Like things happen in the mountains where it's like there are bonding moments. And so I don't want you to miss out on that because who knows how that can come back to help you later in life. Why are you laughing, Clay?
You said bonding in the mountains. I'm sorry. You said bonding in the mountains. And I just, an image came up. An image.
Okay, I'm thinking like they're rock climbing and someone's belaying something, like this teamwork building. I don't know what the retreat's about. All I'm saying is I'm guessing
belaying.
Maybe. Okay. You don't want to miss out on this retreat for fun reasons and for
belays
networking
and bondage.
There's going to be straps. There's going to be fasteners. It's going to be
carabiners.
Awesome. Oh God! Don't even get me
Set
started
in place, like
on the carabiners.
Sexy voice.
Okay, first of all, that was not my sexy voice. My sexy voice will never.
What is it?
Appear on this podcast.
Okay, Clay, what was carabiners? What was that?
Yeah, that's my performative.
Okay.
I'm telling you right now, my sexy voice will never be on this podcast. This is a performative, sexy voice that's appropriate.
Definitely going to be.
Wait, what did you say last episode? I'm going to get it. I'm going to get it.
Yeah.
The picture from Casa Bonita.
Yeah. That was good. Though,
okay.
That picture. So, but she needs to go. She needs to go to the retreat. I love the idea of documenting screenshots, whatever, in case you need it later. But go into it with the mode of confidence, with this is not what you're about. You are not weak. You do not, if someone speaks to you that way or is inappropriate, you can say, thanks, I don't appreciate that. And you can move on. You owe this person nothing, a manager or not. That behavior is not allowed. And you don't have to take it. Under any circumstances, you don't have to take that. So go into it strong and powerful and choose how you want to spend your time, who you want to be around. If that shifts and you're getting a weird vibe, you exit the situation. And if for any reason you get any pushback of why you didn't show up or where you were, you have that in your back pocket. And it's a very reasonable thing, and they will not touch you with a 10-foot pole. If you have documentation already and you can explain yourself, you are going to be completely safe, because otherwise that's called, pause for the glasses, retaliation. And you cannot be retaliated against for reporting hostile work environment or sexual harassment. They cannot come against you with that.
Really?
It's
what she said, man. Damn.
Retaliation.
Good answer.
We are putting the disclaimer on this though, right? Because I'm not representing anyone on this show. But that is true. That's
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, the glasses change nothing. Okay. Next.
Go to the mountains, get belayed, and have a good time. Belayed.
Okay.
I mean, I hope people. Okay.
Moving on.
Come on, Clay.
Moving on. We got timekeeper. We gotta move on.
Go.
I overheard my boss talking to a few other managers in his office about being annoyed about the women in our department taking such long maternity leave.
Oh,
I'm
don't
out.
Even get me started.
Absolutely
on this one.
not. What
Just stop.
Okay, hang on.
Oh,
what's the question? I mean, quit right now? Leave? Run?
No, there's more.
Yes.
Run?
We're honoring the submission.
Sorry.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
I've been pregnant for 8 weeks and was
Congratulations.
just about congratulations, and was just about to let them know to, hang on, sorry, I got to read this right. I've been pregnant for 8 weeks and was just about to let them know to give them as much notice as possible to cover my leave. Now, I'm afraid that could somehow be used against me or that I'll have a target on my back for performance. When do I tell them?
When
Okay,
you're
first
going
of
into
all-
labor, I would not.
Oh, really? I was gonna
Not
say
with that. Not if I overheard that conversation and it's not an environment. Welcome to maternity leave, which is illegal, by the way. But if that's who you're dealing with, I would be telling them the very last second possible. What were you going to say?
Interesting, because I actually don't know. Like, is there any law? Like, do we have any need to tell? I would say never at 8 weeks, right? Like, people start to feel comfortable somewhere between 12 and 20 weeks. So
you're talking about
me,
for the
I'd be
health
like,
of the baby to make sure that it's viable.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
yeah, like people typically, I mean, you could share whenever you want to share. I kind of blurt things out early, but I know a lot of people are more comfortable at the 12-week mark or like the 20-week ultrasound. So 8 weeks, no, you don't need to be courteous of your boss. They got to deal with this. They got to cover your maternity leave. Although, Heather, I guess, and also, there's so many thoughts in my head. One,
Go for it.
being pregnant is a protected class, right?
Yes.
Heather,
yes.
am I getting that
Pregnancy
legal term
Discrimination
right?
Act. Yep. It's
So they
discrimination
cannot
based on gender.
retaliate on you. Yeah.
Nope.
No, no retaliation. Again, this would be another time I would like document my performance. Oh, maybe this is a good time to tell you about my book. So
You have a book?
Do you have a book?
Yeah, I have a book. I have a journal. Every desk I've had, I always have like one locking drawer. And in the drawer, I keep a journal, kind of like this, like a notebook. And what I would do in the front of the book, I would write just like, September 1st, delivered this presentation. It was a 6-week project. It went well, got this praise. And I would keep that for myself. And I would also keep it for any of my employees, like something they did well. I would just like jot it down. That would be the front of my book. But then if you flipped it over, the back would be the failures. So in the back, I would like document like toxic people in the workplace that I just couldn't handle and like shit they did, or like something my boss did or something my employees did. And if I had to give them feedback, I would document like I gave this person this feedback on this project. And so I kind of had like a good side and a bad side. My only point for bringing up the book is this would be a time where I would put that, what you overheard on the bad side, and then I would put my performance on the good side. So when they did try to retaliate on you, you have some nice documentation of like pregnancy does not get in your way for work performance. Okay, guys? Just doesn't. Anyway. Man, these issues are really causing me to have an elevated heart rate.
Did you ever have to pull out that book for reference in an HR situation?
Yes. Our company went under not my company. A couple companies before my company had an investigation for some harassment and like male-female favoritism. And so it was helpful in that scenario. Wow. Sexism. Oh gosh, there's words for this.
Male, female stuff.
Yeah. Sexism.
So, okay, here, and I am 100% on your side, listener, in this. And so we'll get back to that in a second. But I will say, as an employer, it is tough when people are on leave. If you're a smaller employer, and like in Colorado, for instance, like you have to give them, 12 weeks. It can be unpaid leave because the state pays for you. There's insurance for that. But essentially you have to do without that role, right? Like you can't hire someone else. You have to hold that role open for the person. And so that can be challenging as an employer to be like, okay, well, what do I do with, if all of these people are out on leave? So I understand the frustration of the manager, but there are ways. Companies all over the world are figuring it out and doing it. There are ways to do it. And so to communicate that to a manager, overheard or not, is completely inappropriate. It is unfair because you know what, buddy? Your mom had you at some point. Maybe she
Mhm.
worked or didn't, but like you were born into this world. So let's not start shaming or putting pressure on people's right to give birth and how that translates into work. That is just so frustrating to me. So if I had a manager like that, I would not be telling them until I was comfortable and when it was kind of the time and what the appropriate amount of notice would be for any type of leave.
Can I
And
just call
by
one more?
company. Sure.
Yeah. One last piece of bullshit, because I want this one on air and it really doesn't answer the question. But in America, we don't even really give great maternity leave. So we're not even talking about a long time to cover. Max I've heard of in the States is like 12 weeks. I got to tell you, I was a freelancer in my first pregnancy, did not get any maternity leave. It sucked. The second, I was working for a company and it got caught in that FMLA thing where we didn't have any protection. So it was like 2 weeks. You got 2 weeks. I could deliver a baby and I had to be back at 2 weeks paid. That's all you got. Actually, I don't even think it was
Wow.
paid. But here's the thing. They had just reached that threshold of the FMLA. So they were getting the
50.
insurance. And I might have told this story before. Yeah, 50. So Aflac came in to like give the insurance. I was pregnant. And you know what they told me? Pre-existing condition. Pre-existing condition. Yeah.
Is that pre-Obamacare?
So I didn't even get any
That's
maternity leave for that
crazy.
either. And so when I hear people complaining where we only give 12 weeks with disability insurance, like it's a disability, it's just bullshit. You can cover any freaking job for 3 months and not be a whiny ass dick about it. I can't do this episode anymore.
Yes, you can.
can't.
Yes, you
I'm
can.
so
I believe in
angry.
you. No, I know it is frustrating to know that these are real life issues that people, our listeners, are going through, and it is heartbreaking.
We deserve more.
Okay.
We deserve
do.
a year off. Okay.
We do.
Anyway, keep going.
Totally
Did we
right.
answer that
Hang
question
on.
good enough, Clay?
Yeah, I feel like you. I mean,
Okay.
well, hey, listen. I mean,
Over-answered?
that's for the person who's in the situation to actually
That's
answer
true.
that.
But we would just
I-
don't tell them immediately if that's how your boss feels about it.
Yeah, Blakely, let's
Yeah.
just take a deep breath together. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, push your stomach out.
Oh, gee. Oh yeah. What was that breathwork episode?
Yeah. Push your
And then
stomach
you
out.
breathe in a
little
little
more.
more.
Little more. Little more. Just like that second hit of a joint, how you did at that concert.
Alden would be so proud of us. If you haven't watched the Alden Holtgren episode, go back and watch it. She gives us breath work. It's brilliant. It's awesome. And I needed it because
Okay, moving
Yeah.
on. Breath work or not, hopefully you're ready for this next one. Okay, big one. And then I decided we're going to do like a little lightning round where I'm going to pitch you 3 really fast and
Yes.
you got to be done in like 15 seconds or something. Okay.
oh, that's impossible.
I know. This will be fun. Okay. Our company is considering offers for venture capital. I'm 40% owner and our CTO,
Chief
Chief
Technology Officer.
yes, I knew that.
Yes. Okay.
Obviously, I knew
yeah.
that. That's why I knew that. And our CTO.
Wait, you didn't
Chief
say what
Tech-
VC is.
Oh, yeah.
Or did you say venture
Because I said
capital?
venture capital. VC,
Okay,
venture
okay.
capital.
I'm trying to be Clay.
Okay. Our company is considering offers for venture capital. I'm 40% owner, and our CTO, Chief Technology Officer, is the majority shareholder's brother.
Nepotism.
I do not believe the CTO has what it takes to grow the product, but my business partner refuses to acknowledge that and constantly makes excuses for him. Do I share my concerns with the VCs during due diligence or play along like everything is running smoothly? Sticky.
It is sticky, but you know what? There's actually a really simple answer, I think.
Oh.
But I didn't know about it until I went through the process. So, and my process was with PE, private equity, not VC. So it could be a little different. So, first of all, I will say you are an owner. So you have a fiduciary responsibility to not hold critical information back. I'm sure Heather will have a technical term for that. So you need to speak up. Now, remember though, it's also potentially your opinion. So like weigh that. But here's the thing. When you're in these conversations with these VCs and PEs, they know someone is not cutting the mustard. They know someone needs to go. They know not every leader is going to make it through the next stage of business. That's why they're giving you money. They're giving you money to grow and invest your company, get new leaders. They already know someone's not going to work out. So you can take some pressure off. And what they usually do, it happened a few different times. So I know this is a thing. I wish Haifa from the Money episode was back on. They will say something to you and it'll be like a question like, what opportunities are you seeing on your leadership team? And all they're trying to see is like, who needs to leave? And so you could just say, well, our go-to market motion is like going great. I think we're solid. We have some gaps on our technology team. I think we could use, some coaching at the leadership level. It
There's
can
like
be super
a
vague.
sanitized way to say it.
Don't make it
And they are
personal.
going to ask you. Yeah. Well, again, it's your opinion, but you're an owner, so you've got to say something. But they're going to ask you and they're going to tee it up for you and they're going to do it privately over a dinner. And they're just going to be real adult about it. And so I don't think you have to be like super confrontational or combative about it is all I'm trying to say.
Okay.
I agree with
But
that.
they're not going to make it.
Yeah,
They're going to be out.
I would say, yes, and the word you were looking for was disclosures. So as you're going through the process, you have a list of disclosures, and if you violate those, or they find out later that you did not make the appropriate disclosure, or you lied in your disclosures, that can undo your deal. They can come back after you. They can sue you. The little bit of a difference here with VC versus private equity is that you're still around. Presumably in this case, they're not buying you out. You're not moving on. You're still there.
Yeah.
And so you're taking the investment on. So you're still needing to work with the CTO unless you call it out specifically. And then also you are put in a position, if they're valuing where they're coming in at for the investment, the sticky part that I read in that was more, are we telling them that there's this gap, or are we going to tell them later once we have the money in our pocket? Like at some level, VCs have to trust the leadership to say, here's where we think we can get to. And so how honest are you being up front? Because it comes down to an opinion, Blakely. Like you said, this is an opinion. These aren't necessarily facts. These are opinions. So I think if they do have the one-on-one, I think using the word opportunity is great. And you can say, look, I think we have some opportunity here to make this process better and potentially add another headcount, to where you're kind of saying it, but you're not saying it. But you definitely don't want to lie and be like, it's great, he's awesome, we're the dream team later, because then you're going to deal with, like, to Blakely's point, it's all coming out in the wash. Like they're going to find out. They're going to know. Technical or not. Yeah, that will come out. And then also in your favor, it's kind of nice if you can give them a bit of a heads up, then the target isn't on your back when they do discover it. They can be like, oh, well, at least Blakely saw that. Like they respect that you actually saw that gap and weren't oblivious to it and thought everything was okay. Because if you're just putting your pie in this, head in the sky, acting like, okay, we're all going to be fine, then that could come back against you as like a lack of judgment later, to say, well, if she thought he was okay and we're learning he's not, then what's she really even bringing, from that perspective?
Yeah.
So yeah, good question. Good question. Tough question.
Yeah. And you're right. It's different at the VC stage versus the PE
well,
stage.
you're around.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a nuance for sure.
Okay. Performance review time before the lightning round. How do you feel like you've done? This is the first time we've tackled so many questions all at once. We kind of get into sticky situations episode by episode, but this has kind of been like an onslaught of just, here's my situation, help. How do you feel like you've done so far,
I'm going to let lawyer Heather probably shouldn't have made as many blanket statements as you did. Probably should have held back on a couple of opinions.
What's a blanket statement?
It's like covering, like saying all, overstating, overgeneralizing, assumptions.
Okay.
and made.
Mm-hmm.
But otherwise, I think we did pretty well. B plus.
B plus.
What do you think,
Blakely?
Yeah.
Well, considering my very first answer, I said try to separate fact from emotion, and then I became the most emotional basket case on this episode. I gotta stick with the B's, but I'm proud of myself for having an opinion on it all.
Me too. We should do a swear count because Blakely never swears on the show. We should do a swear count, like a little thing, like ding, ding, ding every time you.
I just get really upset when I hear what happens to these folks. Like, it just makes me really upset.
It makes me mad when leaders don't care about culture the way they need to, or they just skip it. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, people are just they're a number on a spreadsheet. Right. It's like, what are you thinking? These are people who actually have to execute on your vision. Care for them. Value
your
them.
Your brand are your people. That is what I always say. Your brand are your people.
So simple.
Blakely, I like your passion because you're like, hey, there's another way to do this. You don't have to just do it the way that everybody else is doing it, or that the way that you feel like you should do it. There's another way. I really appreciate that.
Me too.
There is.
Okay.
I love it.
Lightning round. It's time. Ding, ding, ding.
Okay.
So you gotta
hold on. Let me reposition. Keep it quick.
And
no time for lawyer on this one.
I am actually taking off the referee hat and the timekeeper hat, and I'm letting each one of you decide when the other person is done.
Okay.
What?
So like,
I understand the rules.
So
I'm going to be like, enough, Blakely.
Yeah, enough, Blakely.
Okay.
Or you just jump in, interrupt, and take over.
Okay. I like that.
Smart.
Okay, here we go. I love tuna fish. All caps. Love it.
Yes.
I'm bringing it.
Me too.
I bring it for lunch at least twice a week. But I recently overheard someone complaining about whoever keeps stinking up the office with fish. And now I'm paranoid. It's me. Am I a monster? Do I have to give up my tuna? This feels like a hill I'm willing to die on, but I also want to be liked. That's the best question so far.
Okay, this is a real life story. It happened in my office. We had to call the fire truck 2 times and evacuate the building because of natural gas smells. And it turned out it was a colleague's fermented pickled thing that she would bring into the office and eat at her desk.
Like kimchi?
I don't know. It smelled so bad, but it took us 2 full evacuations to figure out what it was. So I'm going to tell Tuna Fish Lover, because I'm also Tuna Fish Lover.
Same.
You take that stuff outside. Maybe you can eat it in the break room, but don't take it into the main office. Don't take it into the desk. Do not heat it up. No tuna melts. No microwaving fish in a microwave.
Okay, we got
respectful.
it.
And just
we got it.
Oh, I got buzzed.
Now I want to hear what you're going to say. And just what?
Not too much perfume either.
Oh,
now we're adding airplane rules. Airplane rules. Would you bring it on an airplane and sit next to it with somebody? No, just airplane rules are office rules. Done.
Good.
Leave it.
Oh, that was succinct.
Yeah, onions, I think, are another tough one for people. I love onions. I love garlic, but you just got to understand other people. They just, it's tough. Okay, number 2 of 3.
Yeah.
Is it ever okay to date someone at work? Asking for a friend.
Yes.
Okay, fine. Asking for me.
Hell yes. I've got 3 rules. 3 rules. These are simple. Do not date anyone that is in your chain of command, up or down. Do not date anyone if your company explicitly has a policy that you may not date, like the Arthur Murray Dance Studio I was in last night. No fraternization between teachers and students. And 3, know yourself. So if when you get broken up with or dumped and you can be discreet and professional, okay. But if you're going to bring all the drama and have to tell everyone about it, do not date someone at the office. Otherwise, yes, it's your social pool. It's like a dating pool. Go for it. Have fun.
Love it. I would say check your company policy. There should be, if it's a company that's worth their salt, they will have it in the handbook of whether or not it's allowed. If it is allowed, typically they ask for disclosure to HR, and then they'll have you sign a waiver. And that's what we always had at Cloud Coach, and it worked out well. And we've married 3 couples at least out of Cloud Coach. It is your social network.
Yes.
Also, if you tell HR if they are in your chain of command, vice versa, there could be things that are done like lateral moves and things that they can be done for HR reporting, reviews, compensation conversations, things like that can be worked around. So life is too short. If you find someone, be thankful and just be open about it and follow the rules.
Yep.
Congratulations. Whoever asked you.
Congratulations.
There must be somebody. Okay.
Final question. Great job.
Yeah.
People keep asking when I'm going to have kids in performance reviews.
What?
Yeah.
Ask them when they're going to have children?
Oh, because they're trying to plan. They're trying to see who to give a promotion to and who not. You're going to get pregnant.
Report them immediately to the Department of Labor. You are not allowed to ask that question. It's against the law.
Yeah, that's just a boundary. That's just a boundary. You just say, "Oh, I don't discuss that."
We cannot ask you that question.
Okay.
It's against the law.
The question is, I didn't even get to the question. You were already.
We just assumed.
We're enlightening. We're enlightening. God, I do need a drink after this. I need a glass of wine. Okay.
I agree.
Whew. Okay.
We should.
What was the question?
Let's do an after hours episode. Let's do a little. Oh, that was
We
going to
are
be my
going
question
to on the
too.
husband's episode.
Okay, viewers and listeners.
People don't know about the husband's episode yet.
Oh, okay. I'm getting hot and bothered.
You can't do that. That's an HR violation.
She's naked again.
I'm the naked lawyer. I'm taking off this. Take off the
Oh my
glasses.
gosh, you guys, how popular you would be on TikTok if you called yourself the naked lawyer
The
and you
naked
just
lawyer.
gave legal advice on TikTok. That is actually now our social media strategy.
This is me.
Yeah. Okay, for anyone just listening on Apple Podcasts, she is once again naked, bare-shouldered, with her hair covering her shirt. So she does have one, but we can't.
But let me
Thank you
tell
for the description.
Could you take legal advice serious from me right now?
Oh, but I could. I would always want a sexy naked lawyer.
And you can, as long as it's not against the company handbook. All right. Did we answer the question?
I don't know.
No, we haven't even gotten to the question yet.
Okay.
But truthfully, though, this is our social media strategy now. Or you do have to start an account called The Naked Lawyer. You basically give the naked truth. You say, yeah. But you do have to wear a tank top. That is it's TikTok. I'm sorry. I don't make the rules. It's just, that's what it is. Okay. Sorry. To our listener or viewer, here's the question. How do I shut this down without making it awkward?
Oh, I think we answered it. You just say I don't.
You could say, I don't know.
How do you say none of your business?
Yeah, I don't discuss my family planning at work.
That's good. I like that. I mean, because accusatory would be I'm not sure that's appropriate question, but then that's accusatory if they don't want to make a big deal out of it. Just be I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
No one knows. But here's the deal. You don't know. You could plan.
True. You don't
and
know.
then you don't know. You don't know. I don't know.
Never know.
I don't know.
Okay, first of all, for all these questions we got in, what are these companies? What are they? What
They're all like this, Clay.
They're all like this?
Yes,
this is welcome to corporate
is this.
world.
Oh my gosh.
I am surprised we only had 10 questions. I'm surprised we didn't have 10,000 questions like this. In fact, bring on more, because it's all like this, and that's what we're here to change.
Okay.
If we bring these conversations to the open, maybe they stop happening.
Blakely, where can people submit their questions so that we can talk about them on the show, so that we can help?
Yes. Okay. So the most direct way is to go to our website, which is notall.biz, and you will see a form where you can just submit your sticky situation. If you are very worried about being anonymous, there's also a voice record button. So you can leave us a voice memo. And so we try to make it as anonymous as possible. You can also email us at podcasts@notall.biz. You can comment on any of our social and we'll pick it up on a comment. We will take these questions however you want to send them. We just obviously love them because it makes us
riled up. Get all riled up.
Listen,
All right.
Blakely's heart rate goes through the roof. Heather starts creating characters like the naked lawyer on our show. Look at the innovation, the creativity, that comes from this. Send in your sticky situations, please. On our podcast, we have a tradition, which is we share our smiles of the week. Something that made us smile, something that brought us joy, that brought a smile to our face since the last time we all saw each other. Who wants to start? Who wants to go?
I'm drawing a blank.
Does anyone have one that stands out to them?
Yeah. This was a pretty good episode. So
Blakely's having a fucking breakdown. My smile of the week was handing out candy because I just love all the little trick-or-treaters that come around, and they're so sweet. So that was mine. We sat out in the driveway, fire, roasted hot dogs. I was a hot dog, so I did a little cannibal picture of me as a hot dog eating a hot dog. It's pretty great.
I did see that picture. It was pretty funny.
Thank you. Yeah, that was it for me.
I won a raffle.
You never win anything. Did you win at the diamond party? At the diamond party? Did you win diamond earrings? Shut the front door.
A diamond necklace.
There's such a thing as a diamond party?
Yeah.
What is a diamond party?
I went to the most elegant, beautiful, amazing party. It was our jeweler who's been around for 20 years, and they were celebrating their 20th anniversary.
That's cool.
But you guys, if you know, our 20th wedding anniversary is next year. So if you do the math, we were one of their very first customers.
Whoa.
And they were like a young couple with a kid, and they had a dog in their shop, and they were just kind of like a hometown jewelry store. And we've just watched them grow into this most beautiful business with just, their pieces are stunning, and it's family run.
Oh, is
I
it
love
blood
it. Jay
diamonds,
Albrecht.
Is it blood diamonds?
I don't know. I don't know where
Probably.
Jay gets his diamonds,
I
but
think
I
you've
love
got blood around your
this. It's possible. But we went to their anniversary, and they were having a raffle, and they raffled off 3 of their pieces. And you guys, I don't win anything. Like, I'm not lucky like that. And I won the grand prize.
You did. We talked
Wow.
about it before you were going, and you said that. Oh, I'm happy for you.
Yes.
That's
I'm happy
good.
for me.
Okay.
So now you do win stuff. You're a winner.
I'm a winner.
You're a winner, and I was a wiener. See? It's almost the same.
Smile of the week right there.
My smile of the week was obviously that Blakely turned red in her chair and started cursing on our podcast.
Furiously cursing. Furiously cursing.
I think you said I'm so frustrated like 3 or 4 times.
Did I?
She said dick. She said what? She said so many bad words.
Say dick.
I just
Yes,
want
you
to
did.
For the record, this podcast was your idea.
Yes.
My smile for the week was with trick or treating. My son Emrys was Darth Vader.
Oh.
My wife made his costume, handmade his costume.
Thank
Obviously,
you.
she's a genius.
Yep. And then I had this idea that I try to take Halloween to the next level. And I was really I get really nervous because I come up with a bunch of weird ideas that I'll never tell anybody. But then if I land on a really good idea, it does go well. And something did go well. I had the idea to every time Emrys walked up to a house to trick or treat, I got we have this like little portable karaoke machine, and I queued up on my phone the Imperial March, which is the dark bum 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 ba-dum. And there's a lot of bass on this little thing. It pumps a jam. So I would hit play every time he would walk up, and the reactions from people handing out candy. Some people were like, "Oh, it's Darth Vader," and it made Emrys feel just amazing. It made him feel powerful. It made him like feel like he was acting. And he eventually turned to me every house, and he's like, "Okay, cue the music."
Cue the
really wanted it.
Oh my god.
So
That is the best.
and there was
he is your
one
son.
guy. There was one guy who started doing the like force choke thing.
No.
And so then Emrys like puts out his hand, and it was just this really fun moment. And it was so fun, and it was just like playful and
idea.
exciting, and it made Halloween like awesome. And we got a couple of people who said That's the best costume. And obviously it was because Ray made it. And then the whole experience
Oh,
was
the sound
great.
effects. I mean, that brought home for sure.
Come on.
It was a good family
That is
moment.
like as heartfelt as it gets.
Yeah. So good Halloween.
That's amazing.
Okay. Listeners, viewers, if you enjoyed this podcast, you can hit subscribe right here. There's a button, like literally wherever you are. It's on your phone. It's in your pocket. It's on your screen. Hit the button so you don't miss another episode of Not All Business. We are building a movement with this podcast. We're building a community. We want to hear from you. We want you to be involved. And we're trying to elevate these stories, like these sticky situations we went through today, so that we take them from out of the darkness into the light so we can actually create some change. And the only way we're going to do that is together. So hit subscribe, email us, send us a voice note. We want to hear from you. Thanks for listening.
Thanks for listening.
Everybody. See you next time.